Hello there, this is JackTHerbert and welcome to the first episode of Jack Answers. This is basically where I'm going to be answering any questions that you have wished to ask me. Started this based off the 10,000 subscriber thing I posted a while ago. I asked for questions. I got about 80 emails or so about this, so I'm going to begin answering the questions now, and just so I don't have to stick it all in one huge video like previously took me over an hour. I'm just gonna cut them up into 10 to 15 minute chunks and do them like that, so there'll be a few questions in each episode. So I'll begin with this now. What do you think of King Sombra? Do you think he'll be a good villain? I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Who's King Sombra? I don't actually have any idea what you're talking about. I was always wondering, how do you choose the people who go on your reacts, as I would always think, maybe one day he'll pick a random sub and it will be me. The way I choose the people who go on my reacts is, it's my friends. I have my friends on my reacts and that's pretty much it. Sometimes if someone asks me to collaborate with them, sometimes I will, as I have done in the past with Six Color Rainbow, and we'll be doing shortly with Skills is Cool, or however you say his name. I didn't actually ask him that. But I don't pick random people for two reasons. One, I like to be able to know that the person is going to be able to handle the reaction thing fine. I don't want there to be any problems and anything like that. Also, I don't think it would be fair if I were to let one random person in but not let everyone else in. So to me it's either all or nothing, and 10,000 people? Not possible. It's gonna have to be nothing. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't know. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck... What is your favourite MLP fanfic? Well, I don't actually read fanfics anymore, and I haven't for a very long time. I think the last time I read one was probably back in September 2011, so it's actually been over a year. Not counting that one I did for the video, not counting that one. But from back then, I'd say my favourite from then was... I don't remember the name. I think it was called On a Cross and Arrow or something like that. I'm not sure. I just remember enjoying that one the most, and that one being my favourite. But also there was one Portal 2 crossover one which was kind of cool as well. So one of them too. I don't really know. I don't read them. I haven't read them for a very long time, so I couldn't really say. I know you probably get asked a lot and more than likely answered this, but I wanted to know, why is Applejack your favourite pony, and do you ever consider getting a giant Applejack plush? That's one of those questions where it's simply, you know the answer, but you don't know why. So I know Applejack is my favourite, and I've known that since I watched the first episode, and I've just been that all along. For the actual reasons, I honestly couldn't tell you because I don't know it myself. It's just been that way, and it always has been. As for the second part of your question, well, what do you think? I mean, I suppose it's not really giant, but I suppose it still counts. Grab the hat. Yep, see, I've got it up that way around. Yep, see, I guess does that count? Is bar exclusive to the UK? As far as I'm aware, bar is in fact exclusive to the UK. As you can see on the can here, underneath here is the Scottish flag. The drink is actually made in Scotland, and I believe it is exclusive to the UK. I could be wrong because I've not seen it elsewhere, and I've only ever been here, and I've only ever found it here. So I'm not sure for 100%, but I'm pretty sure it's exclusive to the UK. What do you want to see in MLP Season 3? I honestly have no idea what I would like to see. I guess just more of what they've already done. I don't want them to lose the spark from the previous series, but I'd also like to see them do some new things. I was quite interested in the way they tackled different animation styles, like that one time they did the felt animation. I thought that was really cool, so I'd like to see more interesting things along those lines. But in general, I don't really know, just more of the same, I guess. I don't want to see any, I don't want them to I do not want them to focus on background characters. They're background characters for a reason. Leave them as background characters. Keep it focused on the main 6. That's one thing I do wish people would kind of understand. How many background ponies do you know? And who was a better villain? Chrysalis, Discord, or Nightmare Moon? Well, I'm not sure anymore now that there's a lot more, but back when it was still Series 1, there was this poster that came out with like the Comic-Con poster, and it had like loads of the ponies, and there was a little challenge thing with it, which was to name every character, which I did. I was able to name all of the characters bar none. I got every single one, which I was quite surprised at, to be honest. Nowadays though, I'm not sure. I've not really been paying too much attention to the background characters, like outside of just their appearances, so I wouldn't know what they're called really. As for the better villain, my personal preference would probably be Discord, because the way he effectively brought out the worst in the main characters, it's a really villainous thing to do, whereas Nightmare Moon kind of, I mean, I don't really remember what Nightmare Moon did. It's been so long since I've watched that episode. And Chrysalis was a very good villain as well, but I would say Discord is my personal favourite. I was wondering if you're a fan of Doctor Who. Yes, I am a fan of Doctor Who. I have been a fan of Doctor Who for maybe 7 years now, I guess. Basically, in 2005, when it first got rebooted, I started watching it then, and I really liked it the entire time, and I've pretty much been following it since. I did kind of stop following it for a short time during Series 4, where it was Donna Noble. I did go back and watch it afterwards, like after Matt Smith came in. Like, at first I was like, ugh, not gonna watch it, but then about halfway through the series I decided to watch it, really liked it, and then went back and watched the whole everything again. So yes, I am a fan of Doctor Who. What Pokemon games have you played before? I've played all of the main series of Pokemon games, which is your Reds and your Golds and your Rubies and your those ones, all the way up to the current ones. I currently have Black and White, not Black and White. I have Black 2 that I'm currently on now, and then for the other games, I've also played Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Stadium 2. I've played Pokemon Snap, which is actually really fun. I have played, what other ones? Pokemon Pinball, Pokemon Trading Card Game, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, the first Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Ranger, Pokemon Dash, Pokemon Colosseum. The list can keep going on, as you can see. I've played quite a lot of them. I also played Pokemon Rumble. You get the idea. I've pretty much played them all. My question to you is, what got you into the Brony fandom and or making YouTube videos? There's 2 parts to this question, so I'll attack the one which happens first. Making YouTube videos. There wasn't really anything in particular that got me into making YouTube videos, really, other than a friend, pretty much. Back in 2008, one of my friends did a Let's Play thing, which I had never heard of before. And I just thought I would do it as the same time as him, so I did that back in 2008 on my old channel. Then I started doing Guitar Hero videos, and then I did like one video on an exploit of Left 4 Dead 1 to, like, in the demo to get Unlock Versus mode. But then I kinda shut down that channel at 2009, I guess. Yeah, around about 2009, I closed that channel down, and I didn't really restart properly. I did make a couple of videos for myself in like 2010, like a couple of Left 4 Dead ones, which you can still see on the channel. They're not worth watching, don't bother. And then I made a few like Osu videos, a few polynomial videos, which you can see. Again, don't bother checking them out, they're absolutely pointless. Then I started doing the Magica little mini Let's Play that I started to do with Peter, like back in, I don't know, February 2011, I think. Again, there's not real much point looking back at that. It's kind of crap by my standards, but you know, back then it was just like I was just starting out. well, I say I was just starting out. I was just starting out doing more serious stuff, if you can even call it serious. And then I had the idea of doing the Terraria Let's Play with him, which I then started doing. I then added someone else to that. That someone else came up with the idea. Well, no, I came up with the idea actually. I suggested him to react to something which I had seen before, but he hadn't, so I wanted to see his reaction to it. I recorded it, stuck it on YouTube, it got quite a lot of hits, and that's when I continued the series. This was Forsaken Bacon. He did the reactions for the first 8 episodes. Then he had some issues in real life with them, and so he requested me to remove them, and I removed them, and I don't have any problem with that. They will not appear again. I don't have any say in this. It's his decision. But then I started taking over doing the reaction videos, so I've been doing the reactions since then. As for the other part of the question, how did I get into the Brony fandom? Well, I used to browse a website known as The Escapist. I don't actually go on there anymore, but I used to go on there and read the forums a bunch, and I kind of round about maybe February to April, I kind of started noticing people having pony pictures. I didn't really think of anything about it. I was just like, huh, seems a bit strange. I wonder what it's from. I don't know. Didn't look it up at all. Then on May the 6th even, technically, based on, it depends on what time zone, really. It was like 1 in the morning of May the 7th, so pretty much, no, not the May the 7th, the 7th of May, I'm fucking English. Sorry. So, 7th of May, there was a thread, someone else asking, what's the deal with all these pictures? Of course, people respond saying, hey, it's My Little Pony Friendship's Magic. It's actually a really good show, you should go check it out. I was, it's really late at night. I checked it out. I thought, why not? Watched the first 2 episodes, the 2-parter, and I really liked it, so I continued watching it after that. Not straight away. I had an exam in the morning, so I kind of went to bed and did that, and gradually over time watched more episodes. I wouldn't say I got into the fandom straight away, because I didn't know it existed. I thought it was just a few people. And then, like, in July, I found a, so I was in the Steam group for MLB, and there was a post about Gary's Mod stuff, which I play, and I was really interested in that, which linked me to Equestria Daily. I started following that for a bit. I don't go on there anymore. And that's pretty much how it started. So, pretty long question, so there you go. That's all the questions we have time for today, but I will continue this another day. There was quite a lot of questions to go through. I think today last time I checked, I had about 80 questions to go through. Quite a bit, gone through 11. So this could take some time. Do feel free to send additional questions to the email in the description. And thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.